But we have pulled the top 5 most Chicago Reddit reactions because, of course, we had to do this. So let's run through some of these.
All right. So the first one is from the Theater of Dreams Usher. And they say, is the Pope actually from Chicago or a suburb 45 minutes out of the city? This is such a Chicago statement, isn't it?
Exactly. Because, you know, we all...
The debate continues.
If we're from Chicagoland, you'll have sticklers who will say, wait.
Are you from Naperville?
Are you really from Naperville? You're really from Joliet, and you say you're from Chicago. So, yes, that's a distinctly Chicago post right there.
Yes.
All right, let's go to number 2. This is a beloved neighborhood hot dog stand, perhaps the most famous hot dog stand, I would say, in the world.
Oh, yeah.
There is what the Weiner Circle has on its marquee. Canes nostros ipse comerit. Translation, he has eaten our dogs. Now,
really?
that's unconfirmed.
Oh.
We don't have footage of Pope Leo at the Weiner Circle.
I believe it, though.
I believe it. I believe it's on the icon.
That's so fun. Okay, the third one is the iconic pizza box that everyone knows.
Yes.
The Italy map on the pizza box. Delicious Italian pizza. The new Pope won't have any trouble finding his way around Italy. Being from Chicago, he's seen this map 1,000 times.
Oh, and you know that the pie inside, if it comes in that box,
yeah,
it's going to be
What's it gonna
distinctly
look like?
Chicago, and it's going to be absolutely delicious,
Yeah.
tavern-style pie. Okay, let's go to number 4. Speaking of food, it's not Portillo's. It's not Portillo's. Caitlin, it's Popetillo's. It's Popetillo's.
Yes.
You know that
Winning.
we still have a lot of reporting to do for this Pope. We in less than 24 hours determined that he's a Sox fan.
Yeah.
But as soon
Found
as
his brother.
Yeah, we
Talked
found
to
his
his
brother.
brother.
So we need to know, like you know, as soon as we find out all his favorite local spots.
Oh, we'll be hitting
We're
those spots.
gonna be hitting those spots. They're gonna be like overrun with business. It's gonna get serious.
Literally, after it came down, I walked into the newsroom and said, okay, so who's going to find out where he lives, where he grew up, where he was born, where he lives, where he used to, you know. Being from Chicago, we got to go live from where the Pope has stepped foot. Yeah, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg with this Pope stuff.
Yep.
All right, the last one is the Bulls theme.
Yeah, I think we need a sound full on this one.
Let's go. Yes. Gets you hyped, doesn't it?
Completely. Goosebumps immediately. Could that be any more perfect?
We are so proud.
I know.
I got to make a comment too because I was watching the coverage yesterday before it was announced, and did you notice that the camera kept cutting to all these really attractive priests?
I didn't know. Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I was looking for a Chicago flag in the sea of
Oh,
people.
that
That's
would
what
have
I
been
was
cool
looking
too.
for. So I
saw
didn't
the
see
American
faces.
flag. Yeah, no, some of these faces, I was like,
okay.
Wow.
Okay, Caitlin.
Yes, I cannot be the only one that knows. Jenna.
She's giving you the affirmative there.
Yes.
Flipping her hair.
Yes. I was like, okay, well, there's a lot of attractive people in this group, and they were wearing their priest garb.
Okay.
I mean, I think it was on purpose.
There you go, Caitlin.
You know, it's like at a sports game when they find the attractive people and they're like, let's zoom in on this person. They did it yesterday. They did that yesterday.
Oh, Caitlin, I love it.
Just
Okay,
saying.
well, the fun didn't stop there with all the attractive clergymen that Caitlin now has a crush on.
Yeah.
We had some fun social media posts to go through as well from some local leaders. Chicago's mayor, Brandon Johnson, was one of the first to chime in. Obviously, this is a huge day. He's got to be stoked that the city is in the global spotlight for something so positive, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can we get a screenshot of what the mayor posted?
Okay,
we don't have that, so I'm going to have to paraphrase everybody. Brandon Johnson likes his catchphrases. He wrote, "Everything dope, including the Pope, comes from Chicago."
That's right.
There we go.
So true. And the White Sox followed up with, is this it? Oh,
There
this
we
is
go.
it. Okay, it says, well, would you look at that? Congratulations to Chicago's own Pope Leo XIV. You just knew. No, he will throw out the ceremonial.
Oh my gosh.
First blessing from the mound. Can you imagine?
Whoa.
That would be watched around the world. There's your idea.
I'm having several moments, because we're kind of used to presidents coming to town from time to time.
Sure.
It snarls traffic. You see Marine One going over the city, the 3 choppers. It's a very big deal.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when the
happen?
Pope comes to town? Because there's going to be crowds of tens of thousands of people that will come here.
Do you think he's actually going to come to Chicago?
I've talked to 2. We're going to talk to Father Gilger in just a minute, but I've talked to 2 others who are saying their gut is telling them, and you got to trust their gut, right?
Sure.
That he's going to make an appearance.
Not just for the holidays to see his family, or for the holidays to see his family, or will he like fly his family out to him? I just wonder what it's like that first day being announced that you're the Pope. Okay, this is royalty. Like, do they take you back and give you a massage and like a facial treatment? Like, I just lay out the red carpet. You know what I mean? Like,
I totally
all of a sudden
agree.
you're elevated to this.
The most famous person in the world, arguably.
What does that mean?
In a minute, from relative obscurity. I mean, I know he's well known within the Catholic Church, obviously, but now he's an instant household name. It is absolutely wild. I was fascinated looking at the close-ups of his face.
Yeah.
During his initial address from the St.
Imagine
Peter's
the
balcony.
adrenaline spike.
I know, and he really met the moment.
He was composed.
Too.
Yeah.
He was very composed, and his fluency in Italian
Unbelievable.
and Latin and English, and then we had a clip on Good Day this morning. It was the first time I had heard a Pope speak in
I know,
English,
right?
a Pope speak
Same.
in English with an
Yes.
American accent.
Bizarre.
It was this. It was.
And you know, like, I just wonder if he just, what does he leave behind everything that he owns and goes and has all of these like new things? Like, you kind of just become a new person. We
are going to get a little bit of insight into all these questions in a few short moments with Father Patrick Gilger, who is with us in studio. I also want to mention, Caitlin, that we just showed the White Sox scoreboard there with the pinwheels and everything. You know, there was a little controversy about whether he was a Cubs fan or a Sox fan.
I did hear that. Yes, yes.
Because both teams initially claimed him. The Cubs actually, and Barstool Sports, you dropped the ball, initially claimed him as a Cubs fan.
Why? What was the reason?
I don't know what their source was, but the Pope's older brother clarified that no. That
what if his older brother's wrong?
Hey, older brother's
What if his older brother? Listen.
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Do you know what that is? That is Pope Leo XIV.
How cool is he?
At one of the 2005 World Series games, and look what he's wearing.
That's hilarious.
That's photo proof.
Here's my theory.
I know there's AI and everything, but no, that's legit.
Wait, what if? Hear me out. His older brother is a huge Sox fan. Pope lost a bet, had to go to the game wear this shirt. So brother took a picture, and now he's actually really a Cubs fan, but his brother was telling the media, and then he's like, haha, gotcha, texted his brother and said, I told everybody you're a Sox fan, even though you're a huge Cubs fan.
The conspiracy theories start here. You know, that's really interesting. I was fascinated that his brother was doing TV interviews yesterday.
Because
you don't know if Leo was, gets on the cell phone and say, hey, bro. Before you do, but who knows? Who knows?
Did we find out? Does he only have one brother?
He's got 2 brothers.
Where's the other one?
I'm not sure where the other one was, but we saw a shot of the 3 of them as adults, and then the most adorable shot of the 3 of them as young boys.
Wow!
And they're absolutely adorable. The local angles, we're still uncovering them.
Yeah.
And there's just such cool stuff. We saw yesterday yearbook photos of his mom, who is the librarian at one of the local high schools.
No way.
We've seen his old yearbook photos. Everyone knows him as Bobby.
Bobby!
Before you got in today, Caitlin, we had a soundbite with one of his childhood classmates who remembers his smile, and she was almost moved to tears during a phone interview because she's just so proud of him and can remember his smile and his presence even back then. Said he was a great kid.
He must be a nice guy.
Yeah.
He seems to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.